Hi, this is Shawn Manaher, host of the Author Hangout. It is so good to have you here back for season 2, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited not only because I'm here, but we have just starting out brand new. RJ Adams is now the co-host of the Author Hangout. RJ, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how's it going? Glad to be here.
Good, and if I would just unbox myself and stop taking control of everything, they could see you now. So it's good to have you here, RJ. Before we get into this, and we have a ton of things that we want to share, it's going to be a little bit of a different show than we normally have. Typically, we're bringing in a guest speaker, somebody that will be able to share tools and tips and ideas about book marketing, and we promise we're going to be sharing with you tools, education, and community that can help you market your books better, but it's going to be in a little bit different fashion. And so I wanted to get things started by first saying hello to RJ and really getting to know him a little bit, but I do want to say one thing before we jump into that. The audience, thank you for being part of the Author Hangout. It is incredible to me just to see the reception and the excitement around people wanting to be part of the Author Hangout. We have folks from independent book publishers, New England. Let me show something that came up here. Said, independent book publishers of New England, checking in, pencil and paper ready. So glad to have you here. Also, we have Christy Foreman, who has been with us through this entire process. Thanks for being there, for showing up on this an inaugural Season 2 episode. And, of course, we love Sally Sue jumping in and being part of the show. Sally, you are doing amazing things. I even see that you started your own show, so that's pretty exciting as well. So I just want to say, before we jump into that event, I wanted to share those things from the audience, because really it is the audience that has made the Author Hangout what it is, and will continue to do that over the weeks and months to come, hopefully years. That would be pretty crazy to be here down the road a few years doing this still. But let's get started. Our guest co-host now is going to be RJ Adams. He's going to be on the big screen every week making an appearance. So RJ, I do want to kind of interview you and get a better idea of what you're about. How did you get involved with books and this whole book marketing and that sort of thing?
It's weird. It really traces back to several years. My first job in high school was at a Barnes & Noble, and as I was thinking back, I was like, wow, I've been involved in books for quite a long time. And then, excuse me. And then in college, I worked at my university's book press in the warehouse, and then I graduated and got focused on my job and doing that. And I was one of the victims of the economy, and I got laid off, and I was doing some online marketing with some blogs and whatnot, and then I came across Kindle. One of my friends was writing a book on Kindle and was publishing there, and I was like, I think I could write a book. I think I could publish something. So I sat down, wrote it out, got it published, and people actually bought the book. I was kind of surprised. And so then I wrote another one, and it really took off. And so then I started looking at it and realized that authors need a way to promote their books. And so I started helping authors to promote their books, and that's kind of where you came along.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've always remarked about what you've done, RJ, and I'm just going to brag on you publicly in front of the 20 million viewers that we have right now, is that what you've always brought, which I really appreciate, is excellence. Is that the books that you've pulled together and the content that you've written, and now in all the behind-the-scenes things that you've done, really that you've made an impact, and people didn't even realize it. I am, as Mia Voss might say, a hot mess. when it comes to this technology and really pulling things together. But you really brought it together, and I appreciate that, not only from a business perspective, but just showing what somebody can do in building their own personal brand. And this isn't the only venture that you have. You have actually, didn't tell you I was going to do this, but you have a website that helps authors. Can you tell folks about the website that you have that helps authors as well?
Luckily, I know you well enough that even though you didn't tell me that was coming, I knew it was coming. So I've been running ebookshabit.com for a couple years now, and it allows authors to promote their free books, and soon we're going to be allowing them to promote their bargain books, hopefully in the next coming weeks here. And then I've also launched a new business called booktweeters.com, where I've been steadily growing a few of my Twitter accounts that are focused on readers and authors, and we can promote your book to all of those people across Twitter who follow us to get these book deals. So those are the two businesses that I'm currently running, apart from book marketing tools.
Yeah, and as if you're not busy enough, we're going to get into everything that we've been doing this summer. But I wanted to definitely be able to put that in the stream so people can see that. Absolutely want people to know that you're doing a bunch of good things, not only at Book Marketing Tools. But so as we kind of move into the show a little bit further, I did want to let everybody know we've been pretty busy. We've been had our noses to the grindstone and really, I don't know if that even makes sense, noses to the grindstone, but we've been going crazy just trying to continue to live out our mission, and that is to provide tools, education in the community to help authors market their books better. And so during the summer, we started out kind of middle of the summer, actually. We were doing some work up before that, but middle of the summer, RJ came here to Atlanta to share with us, to plan out the next, I would say, year of what we're going to be doing at Book Marketing Tools. And I mean, literally, I feel like showing this. Is it okay? I'm going to show this. So I still have it up, but this is a little unconventional. But you may not be able to read it, but if you can see, this is my office here, and we have like the walls full of ideas. Sorry for those that might have motion sickness. But
or who are on the podcast and can't see.
Oh yeah. So what those that are on the podcast that can't see is a wall full of notes and ideas around what we're going to be doing for authors in order to help them market their books better. So we spent a full solid week. RJ thought he was going to be coming here for a vacation, but we really went crazy, and I think have a ton of good ideas. That's kind of future. Right now, we want to get into what can you expect, what can authors expect for the changes that are happening in a number of areas. The Author Hangout, Book Marketing Tools, something that we'll announce in just a little bit about what we started for another option for authors. But RJ, why don't you get us kicked off? What's happening with the Author Hangout, and why is that important for authors?
All right, guys, as you could see, the show title was Bigger and Better, and that was kind of our goal. We took a break in May or June, and we really wanted to look at what we had done in the first 10 episodes and look to see what could be changed, what could be fixed, what could be improved upon, and what was working, and what can we bring back and try to amplify. And so we came up with a few ideas, and it's going to be some changes, which is the title of Sally Sue Ember's show. We're going to be coming in with some changes, and it's going to be better on our side to allow us to be able to bring you a lot more content a lot more often, and it'll be better for you guys because you'll get those tips and that advice from many more authors than we were able to provide before. So the first thing that's going to be changing is it's going to be a new format. We're doing a live show right now. If you're hearing this in the future, this was recorded as a live show. But after this episode, we're not going to be doing live shows anymore. part of the idea for that was to allow us to kind of escape some of the technological issues that can come up when doing Google Hangouts. Sometimes we'd be like stressing right before, hoping that the technology was working and something with the guest microphone wasn't working or this wasn't working. And so we decided to go podcast only. So that's going to be the new format, and that's going to be the new venue. Most of these are all going to be posted on our podcast, which is available at theauthorhangout.com/iTunes. And you can subscribe through iTunes to get the podcast every single week. It'll be automatically downloaded when you subscribe, and you'll be able to get it from there. Shawn, can you explain how often we're going to be doing it?
Yeah, so before everybody is completely crushed, RJ just lied to you. He's just getting warmed up with his co-hosting, but he just lied to you, and isn't that horrible? But the reality is that we aren't going to completely do away with live shows. But what we are going to do is we're limiting them so that we can produce a lot more content. As RJ said, in the a lot more content, we're moving away from the every other week show to every week. We're going to be producing a show, at least 30, these interviews, and you can talk about that of the format in just a second here, RJ, but the interviews that we have, I mean, we didn't stop the recording. So some of these interviews are half an hour, some of them are over an hour, and these are with top known guests within self-publishing and book marketing that really are helping authors to market their books better. So while we are going away from the live video podcast through Google Plus Hangouts, for those of you who listen to us on iTunes, it's all going to be the same, so no changes for you. But for those that show up on a regular basis, we're going to be doing that via podcast only. But tell folks about the format or the guests that we're going to have on the program as well.
Yeah, I wanted to mention one of the reasons that we decided to move away from the live event was that we realized there was just a few people who were able to make it every single time, and those who have been able to make it, like those that you showcased in the beginning of the episode, we thank you so much, and we definitely appreciate your consistency and you being there and your support. It's been really, really huge for us, and my face lit up when I saw you guys posting in the comment stream right before the show that you were back and you were ready and you were excited. So we definitely thank you. But in order to bring you the more interviews, more content, longer interviews, we had to move to this format. So hopefully you'll still follow us. That's at theauthorhangout.com/iTunes.
Yeah, and to number one, talking about the guests, quite honestly, we have the reality and the difficulty of making sure that we're able to schedule the guests, and sometimes having a fixed time just didn't do it. So it was and is a good change. I know that everybody that's going to be and is tuning in now will really appreciate it. And talking about people tuning in, let's just showcase a couple people that are making some noise. Carolyn Capern, really good to see you again, and even though you're turning late, that's totally fine. We're glad that you are here as well. We had Dre Box say, hey, you guys are our favorite show. You trump everything and are so invaluable. Thank you. I appreciate those comments. And I think Sally is our show stalker. And Sally, I'm going to call you out. You are stalking us, and that's okay. We do love you too, and really appreciate you being part of the show. Now, the next area that we're going to focus on is the updates related to book marketing tools.
Before that, Shawn, can we tell them about what guests we have coming?
I guess we can. So some of the guests that we're going to have. Hugh Howey is one of the guests that we had the fortunate opportunity of connecting with him. I loved just sitting down and talking with Hugh for a good amount of time, just getting to know him and what he's all about. We had one of the guys from self-publishing podcast, Sean Platt, came to hang out with us. We had a Shawn and RJ show, and it was really cool. Who else can people expect to see this season?
Yeah, I'm super excited for you guys to hear that Hugh Howey interview. He talked a lot about the author earnings and some industry updates that affect authors like you. Sean Platt, he discussed kind of the business side of book marketing and how you can take your business to the next level. And he had some really awesome ideas that they're doing and the path that they're blazing. Um, Joanna Penn is another
Oh
interview
yeah.
that we have, and she talked a lot about just the mindset of being a self-published author because it is hard, it is difficult, and kind of using that mindset as well as some marketing tools that she uses to move forward. We also have an interview with Shelley Hitz, and
Yep.
she talked a lot about how to get reviews for your book because we know that reviews is something that a lot of authors struggle with, and we'll kind of talk about that here in just a little bit. But that's just 4 of the 12 interviews that we have lined up for people, and they're all big names like those. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited for people to hear these interviews. They've been fantastic.
Yeah, and that really is all about the education. We use the Author Hangout as an educational component. That sorry, Sally's commenting. Yes, you are a show stalker. Sorry, but this really the Author Hangout is all about the educational component of our mission, and we want to make sure that we providing as much value. And those guests really are blowing it out of the water with that. When it comes to the other aspects, we at Book Marketing Tools, we are a tools company as well. We're trying to deliver the best tools authors could use in order to market their books better. And one of the tactics, and I need to say a single tactic that you can use, is giving your book away for free. And later, towards the end of season 1, we launched a tool called the ebook submission tool that allows authors to promote their book on over 30 plus websites in order to get the word out about their book. So there's these websites out there like eBooks Habits, like Pixel of Ink, and others that allow authors to market their books when they're promoting it on Kindle or other places for free. And so we wanted to aggregate a tool that would allow users to quickly, and I mean quickly, go through 30 plus websites in a matter of minutes in order to promote their book. Now, Shelley Hitz, I think we need to find this, but she did a case study on how effective the tool was, and we'll make sure that we'll link to that in the show notes. But she did a case study on how effective it was, and it was very, very interesting and eye-opening how just promoting her book through these 30 plus websites was able to drive results. And let me say this, free is great, but free cannot be done in the context of a standalone tactic. That is, if you're going to do free, it has to be done within a complete marketing campaign for your book. So when building a marketing campaign, yes, you want to do free, but you also want to be engaged socially. You also want to be out there sharing with your list. You want to make sure that you're getting on shows like on shows that do guest speaker for authors. And so having those opportunities, get on podcasts. So free is good, but make sure it's in the context of a full marketing campaign. But we created a tool called the ebook submit tool where users can go and submit their book through that tool in less than 10 minutes. With that tool, we also created an alert system that allows you to remember, it sends out an alert reminder of when you last did a free promotion, so that's really cool. And we've kept a list of sites that you can submit your book to up to date. So this is the most up-to-date list out online. And not only do we have a list of sites online of what you can post to through our tool, but we have included over 70 other locations. I think right now we're over 100 locations that you can submit your tool to, and it is really, really helpful. Somebody that we've connected with, I've connected with personally, I want to just make a quick note, and I appreciate you being on the show, Kim. Kim Martin from Jera Publishing here in Atlanta, Georgia. Really great resource for authors that are looking to to publish their book. So maybe you're wondering, what can I do in order to publish my book? If you're ever in question, check out Kim Martin, what she's doing. And I do appreciate that you've used the tool and it made it super easy. That's exactly what we were hoping it to do for everybody. And so thank you for sharing that with us.
Shawn, I just want to say, while I was there in Atlanta, Kim took Shawn and I to this place that had the most amazing fried chicken. It was fantastic. I love my fried chicken, and it was great. And then I ordered a slice of pie, and it was more like a half of a pie. It was so amazing, and it was pretty good pie as well.
Seriously, it was gigantic. And did you take a picture?
I think I did. I might have to post that on the stream here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with that, and I don't want to belabor on the tool and whatnot, but I think it is really important. And the reason why it's important is because this tool, it works. And so quite honestly, I would have built this tool even if we weren't giving it to authors, because if I'm going to promote a book, I'm going to use a tool, and I want to save myself hours of time. Hundreds of authors have used it, and so if you're looking for that, take a look at it at bookmarketingtools.com. Beyond that, Book Marketing Tools, we have updated our email. So every Tuesday, you are getting fresh tips and ideas related to book marketing, and we have updated that so that everybody's on the same page. Before, we had some weird autoresponder process that I thought was the right way of doing it, but apparently was completely wrong. But RJ schooled me in the best ways of email marketing. So you're getting you're getting updated content on a weekly basis on Tuesdays. So if you want to jump in on there, number one, just subscribe to us. Go to bookmarketingtools.com and subscribe. Or if you want to subscribe and get a free guide, we have the Book Marketing Tools Ultimate Author Checklist that you can download and get for free at bookmarketingtools.com/free guide. Beyond that, and I do want everybody that's on the show right now that's listening to me and listening on the podcast, if you've been with Book Marketing Tools, the Author Hangout, for a while now, and you're looking for an opportunity to guest post on our website, I want to send an open invitation for you to give us a contact back that you're interested in doing a guest post. Now, we do have some guidelines related to editorial and that sort of thing, so we may not accept every post because it's very specific around what we're wanting to share with people. But if you're wanting to connect with us and you say, hey, I have something I want to share in the area of writing, publishing, or marketing a book, please feel free to reach out to us.
You can use the contact form on our website to get in touch with us.
Yep. So RJ, we've made an announcement, but we've never publicly on the Author Hangout made an announcement about this next thing. So why don't you share what else is going on with the Author Hangout related to the RD?
Cool. Shawn had talked about how doing a free promotion can really help to boost your book, and we built a whole tool around that. Another thing that authors are moving towards is discounting their books. If you use KDP, you can use their Kindle Countdown deals that allow you to make the price of your book cheaper for a limited time, but you can also do that manually as well. The problem of doing such promotions is if you just drop the price but nobody knows about it, then nobody's going to download the book or buy the book. So we realized that you needed a way to be able to reach readers. So what we've done is we've created readingdeals.com, and we're actively and aggressively finding new readers who are interested in these book promotions. And so at readingdeals.com, you can promote your book. You tell us when your book is going to be a bargain price or when it's going to be free, and we'll consider it on the day of the promotion. If you want more of a guarantee, then we have a very low-cost option as well that you can use at readingdeals.com to guarantee that your book will be promoted. And all the readers that we're connecting with, we allow them to choose which genres they want, so they only receive an email with the books in the genres that they want. So they're not being overrun with tons of free books. They're getting just what they want so that your book has a lot better chance of standing out when you do promote with us at readingdeals.com.
Yeah, and with that, we are aggressively, as much as budget allows, aggressively finding targeted readers for our authors. One of the biggest pain points that we've seen, right, in the Author Hangout, we constantly heard, well, where are my readers? Where are my readers? Where are my readers? Where's my readers for the Amish vampire fiction book that I'm writing? Well, I really don't know who likes Amish vampires books, but I do know people who like to read books, and you can find them at readingdeals.com. And we even over the last month, I think we had 2,500 new subscribers come online. This month we expect to have very similar results. And RJ did make mention that's pretty affordable. Right now it's only $5 in order to promote your book. We are testing to see what kind of results are happening at that price point to make sure that it is of value for the authors and for Reading Deals. But that's a really good resource with that. Anything else to share about Reading Deals, RJ?
No, now's the time to start promoting your book there, because as we start growing our readers, the slots are going to be a lot more in demand because we will have a lot more readers on our list, so then the cost is going to go up. So if you want to promote your book, especially right before the holidays, to help get it promoted and higher up in the rankings, then definitely go to readingdeals.com.
Yeah, and thanks, RJ, for that. And one of the things that we had seen, one of the pain points that we saw is where are my readers? Where are my readers? I can't find them, and so we're solving that. We're providing tools, education, and community to help you market your books better. It's a tool, one tool in order for you to help you to market your books. The other biggest pain point, and there are others that we could continue to look at, one of the other biggest pain points was, how do I get, wait for it, reviews? How do I get reviews for my book? And so at readingdeals.com, we are going to be offering a service where authors are able to share their books with readers through Kindle in exchange for a review. So what I look at it as is that you could spend $400 on some websites in order to get reviews, which you don't know how many reviews you're going to get. You might get a few, you might get many. But what we've created is a review club for readers that are going to benefit authors in order to help them to get reviews for their book. Now, these are not paid reviews. These are reviews that are fully within the Amazon terms of service, that they are going to provide an honest review of your book. So if you're an author and you're looking to find reviews for your book, because we know that people utilize reviews in order to determine whether or not they're going to purchase the book. Now, we're not looking for unethical reviews. We're looking for honest reviews. But you can utilize our system in the platform that we're building, in order to share your Kindle book for free to readers who are interested in your book, and then provide reviews for you. So, unlike other platforms that are out there, that you submit a review and you might end up having to purchase a book and then gift the book then you have to track those stats in order to determine what are the reviews that were actually mine that I purchased through this service or somebody else's. What we do is simplify the entire process. You submit your book to us, and then we send it to the readers in our platform, and then they have the option to pick up that book. And then once you have all the reviews done for that book, you're going to get an email notification with all the links to the reviews that have been done. There's a lot more details, and I do have to let you know, at readingdeals.com, the author side is not yet complete. We're beta testing that internally, but within the next week or so, we're going to make that live for initial test group to see the result and make sure that we're able to manage the demand that we believe is going to be pretty high. I rambled a while there, RJ. Did I miss anything, or what else about the Reading Deals Review Club should we be talking about?
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome system that we put together. We looked at all the other competing services out there that provide some way for you to connect with readers, to get reviews, and they all either required a lot of manual labor on the part of the author, which as authors ourselves we don't like. We want things simplified so that we can get back to writing and so we can get back to the types of marketing that we do like to do. Yes, we do need to get reviews, but having to contact reviewer after reviewer after reviewer to get these reviews is just a pain. We realized it was hard to track where the reviews came from, so we just created a simple system that will provide you with a full report of which reviews came from our system. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm excited for authors to be able to start using it to get reviews for their books, because a lot of places like Reading Deals and other book promotion sites have a minimum review requirement. So if you want to promote your book, you need reviews, but you need people to read your book in order to get reviews. So it's just kind of like a chicken and egg conundrum that people are stuck with. So we just made an easy way for people to be able to get reviews for their books.
That's great, RJ. And can you field this question? Christy asks, is it open to all review, or can we choose what types of person reviews it? My book is Christian. Would I be able to choose Christian readers to review it, or is it available to anyone?
So we'll have it marked as religious or inspirational is kind of our category. So people will know that it's in that, and it'll also have a description that you provide. So you can mention that in there, that it is targeted specifically for that way. So any of our readers are able to choose it, but they'll have that information provided by you as far as what genre it's in and any of the stuff you want to put in the book description area. Gotcha.
Thanks, Christy, for that question. And any other questions, we will definitely answer. If you keep asking them, we'll continue to ask them. And even if the show ends, we'll, again, like we always do, we'll make sure we go into the Hangout stream. If you're on podcast, if you do have any questions, you can always check us out at bookmarketingtools.com and send us something through the Contact Us tab. With all that said, RJ, over the next weeks, we said that the format changed for the Author Hangout, the frequency changed, we got a bunch of new guests. What can people expect, and what should they do so that they stay in connection with us?
Right. So if you want to make sure that you're getting our podcast, it's easy to subscribe. It's free on iTunes. Just to get there, go to theauthorhangout.com/iTunes, and you'll be sent right there where you can subscribe to it, and you'll receive it every Tuesday right onto your device or onto your computer. Alternatively, we will be posting the episode on the blog like we always have, which is at bookmarketingtools.com/blog. And we'll also be posting that link here on Google Plus every Tuesday as well. So if you're following us on Google Plus, then you'll be able to get that as well. You can also sign up to get our free guide, like Shawn said, at bookmarketingtools.com/free guide. In addition to receiving that free Ultimate Author Checklist, you will also get our Tuesday tips every single week that will provide updates, which will include all of our Author Hangout episodes, as well as a specific exclusive book marketing tip that we only share on our Tuesday tips email list. So that's about it. We do have one thing to ask you guys. If you have listened to our podcast and you have watched our show, as authors, you know that reviews are important for your book. We've obviously built a tool around it. We've had an episode already about it, and we have another episode coming up about reviews. As a podcast, reviews are important to us too, and we'd love to be able to reach other authors that might be searching for shows like ours on iTunes. So if you can just take a moment and go onto iTunes, do a search for the Author Hangout, and then there'll be a reviews and ratings section where you can leave a review for the Author Hangout. It would really help us, just like it helps authors with reviews for their books. So if you could help us with that review, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, and thanks, RJ, for filling us in on what people can expect, where they can go. And we've been, unlike almost any show that we've ever produced, we've been incredibly self-promotional, and we promise that we're not going to continue to do this and beat you over the head about the things that we're doing. But we do have a bit of excitement around what we're doing. We do think that the tools, education, and community that you're getting through book marketing tools, the Author Hangout, reading deals, all of the things that we're building are helping authors to market their books better. And so I appreciate you taking the time today to connect with us. And as we end the show, again, I do want to say thank you to the guests. Thank you to those that are in the audience. Thank you for those that are listening on the podcast. Thank you to all of our email subscribers that we have. Just an amazing number of people who are really connecting with us. So from RJ and myself, thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you next week at the Author Hangout, where we will be interviewing Hugh Howey. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode.